Hello and welcome to American Mogul. Today we are going to discuss PE ratio. And what does it really mean? Yeah? Price to earnings ratio. So basically you take the price of a stock, you divide it by the earnings and you get a multiple. But why is that important? Because it is a gauge, right? A template to tell you how long it will take for that investment to return, or that company to return your invested capital back to you. So, for example, if you buy a stock that's worth $1 and it earns $1, your return, the PE is 1, yeah? $1 over $1 is 1. So your return is $1, which is 100% return in 1 year. Now, that doesn't mean stock price go up or dividend payout. What it means is that per share, that company has increased, yeah, by $1. So if you bought just one share at $1 and that company earns $1 at the end of that year, that company is worth twice as much. So your stock should be worth $2. $1 plus $1 of earnings is $2. Yeah. So if you have a stock that you bought for $10 and it earned $1, a PE ratio is 10. Yeah. So price 10 divided by $1 of earnings is 10. So that means if it earned the same amount, everything else excluded, in 10 years, that $10 stock will earn $10 of value, $1 every year for 10 years. So your value has been returned to you, your investment has been returned to you, and your stock has gone, value has gone from $10 to $20. Yeah. Think of PE as how many years it take you to get your money back. Yeah. Or to double your money, however you want to see it. You can look at it both ways. Yeah. However, what is happening now is complete and utter craziness. Yeah. I'm not sure if you understand what PE means. We're going to talk about a few companies and try to show you the insanity that is happening. MicroStrategies, yeah, company, its PE ratio is 4,600. Yeah. So if you invest your money for you to get a return, and I'm not talking markets go up, markets go down, just invested capital to the earnings of that stock, it will take you 4,600 years approximately to get your money back. CyberArk is 2,350 PE. That is 2,350 years. Peloton is 2,200 PE. I don't know how much weight you can lose in 2,200 years, but I mean, really, think about it. Sun Run, yeah, the craze of all crazy. Well, there's lots of crazy. 2,000, yeah. Tesla, 1,700. Now, Tesla EV company, yeah, save the planet. Well, by the time you get your money back, all the plastic in the world will be decomposed. Everybody talk about ecology and the pollution from plastics. The worst type of plastic that there is decomposes into its rudimentary elements in 1,500 years. So by the time you get your money back from Tesla, plastic will have dissolved back to its base material. Now, think about that. Think about that. Shopify, 760 PE. 760 years to get your money back. Zoom, 480 PE. Right? By time Zoom pays you back, people will be telepathically linked. You won't need Zoom. You can just talk to people mind to mind. And Square, 360 years. By the time you get your money back, Square will be a circle. Yeah. These are crazy PEs because nobody understands what they mean. PE ratio, price to earnings. It real meaning. It how long till you get your money back. That's all it means. People have distorted, perverted, demented the meaning. The normal PE ratio for a marketplace is 15. That's neutral, yeah. 15. Everything working good, everybody's okay. And that means for $1 invested, in 15 years you will get that dollar value back. And then you just divide that dollar by 15 to get a percentage of what you will be accumulating. Lots of factors go into, does it pay dividend, operating margins, stuff like that. But just rudimentary. If a stock below PE of 15, it undervalued. If a stock between 15 and let's say 18, that neutral. Yeah. It's neither undervalued or overvalued. But if that stock PE is over 18, that overvalued. Who's going to wait thousands of years, hundreds of years, and in some cases, infinity, because I'm not immortal, you're not immortal, unless we can figure out how to transfer ownership when you die and are reborn to whoever you're going to be. What if your rebirth, you're reborn as a bird or a dog or a whale, or how are you gonna know? How many lifetimes and how many iterations of death and rebirth do you have to go through to get MicroStrategies at 4,600 PE to pay off? It's it's not gonna happen. And we'll go full circle with Square. 360 years. My huevos will be all dried up and dust by the time Square pays off. Yet, this is the problem with irrational markets. They don't look rationally. And sooner rather than later, rationality always comes back out. Reality always sets in. Nobody wants to talk about what is a PE ratio, price to earnings ratio. Think of it like real estate. Yeah? When you go to buy a cash flow property, rental, commercial, retail, doesn't matter. You look at how much my investment will return to me, right? So if you're, it doesn't matter what the price is. Forget the price. If you have to invest, let's just say, 100,000 of your dollars, and after all expenses, property tax, insurance, property management, maintenance and repairs, everything, you get back 10,000 after tax, after everything. Then that property brings you your money back in 10 years, yeah? So you put 100,000, and every year you get 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. In 10 years you get your money back. And we're going to say nothing goes wrong with the property, yeah? Because it could take much longer. If you need a new roof, problem with foundation, all kinds. I'm just going to say a perfect world. So that is a PE ratio of 10. Simple. 100,000. You get back 10,000. 10,000 going to 100,000 10 times. PE ratio of 10. Real estate has a PE ratio. They call it ROI, all kinds of return on investment and all that. But the bottom line is, money you pay out, how long to get it back? That's all it is. Investment is, I'm putting money in, how long till I get it back, right? Because then once I get my money back, I can invest in something else. And that investment continues to pay. So in case of a stock or in case of real estate, yeah, investment real estate, your PE ratio governs how long till you get the money back, and then you can reinvest in something else. So let's say perfect world, perfect, yeah, nothing go wrong. That stock or real estate in 10 years pay you back with PE of 10. At the end of that 10 years, you have another 100,000. You can buy 100,000 of another stock, or you could buy another investment property. While your initial stock or investment property are still earning you that income, now you have a new source, a new stream of income. This is why PE ratios are important throughout the entire gambit of investing. How long before I get my initial investment back? How long till I get my hard-earned money back? When you know what, I stopped at 300 because it was the list of infinity companies or 1,000+ companies, PE, 1,000+ PE, or 100, enormous. What does that tell you? How long are you going to live? Are you immortal? I am not immortal. And I'm not going to be, if I get reborn, I'm probably going to be something like a dog. Yeah, pretty much. I have a soft heart. I'm very loyal. Yeah. Yeah, probably a dog. But destiny is a little like this. I might come back as a cat. Who knows? Or a bird or whatever. Doesn't matter. So it'll be multiple lifetimes before I get, if I could will it to myself in future lives, these thoughts. It is insanity at a level I have never seen. I went through the .com era. And even then, it was not this crazy. They show you charts. Yeah. But this is even worse. Because back then, there was no... Central banks were stimulating with low interest rates. But there was no fiscal stimulus. The government wasn't pumping out the money. Now you have double barrel monetary and fiscal pumping. Yeah. It's a double barrel pump. This will correct soon. Everything does. Nothing gets out of balance so much. Now, I have a theory of inefficient markets, but there is always a time where people start to think, yeah, it's a little bit too much. I better take my money and protect myself. And when that starts happening, you have a long corridor with a hatch door at the end that you have to get out and only open from the other side. Yeah, bid and ask. You are asking so much, somebody bidding so much. Until you come to terms, you are stuck in that hallway. That person outside the hatch has to open it and let you in. And they have to think, do I want to buy Tesla at 1,700 PE? You know, let's think in future. You and I think about the future. Will there even be cars in 1,700 years? Or we would just teleport? What would the value of Tesla be if we had teleportation devices? In 1,700 years, we could have anything. Do you know what's faster than the speed of light? The speed of your thought. If you think of the sun and envision it in your mind, there could be an argument that you have traveled to the sun. And that is faster than the speed of light. So what says we cannot have teleportation devices? Yeah. And we don't even need cars. How about that for future thinking? Yeah? Think. In 1,700 years, what will the mode of transportation be like? Tesla won't even be around. Yeah. I mean, Nikola Tesla, the history of Nikola Tesla, which this company is named after, that will still be in the history books, depending on what happens. We may be with sticks and stones, right? Riding horses. Think about that. That's another alternative reality. But I believe in human evolution, and we could teleport in 1,700 years. So what the value of Tesla be when we can teleport around? What would the value of Uber or Lyft or DoorDash be if you could teleport? or dematerialize and materialize a pizza from the pizza maker to the pizza consumer. The understanding that PE, what it is, which truly is the amount of years that company, yeah, barring any unforeseen circumstances, will earn enough to get you the value of your investment back to you. I don't understand how this is so mislabeled. But you have to think for yourself. When you hear a PE number, that is the number of years for you to get your money back under normal business. So if the company has no earnings, it will never happen. If the company has earnings, but it is like MicroStrategy's 4,600 PE, it is very, very improbable that you will survive that long, then that the company will survive that long to get you your money back. Same thing with Peloton, Tesla, Shopify, Zoom, Square. These are all in the hundreds and thousands of PE. But you don't understand what PE means. Hopefully this will explain it. Because sometimes the simplest explanation is the true answer of what something is. PE ratio is the number of years that company, it will take them to earn enough money to repay, yeah, or asset increase for you to receive back your initial investment. And that's it, simple. How many years? PE 50, 50 years. PE 100, forget it. You're never going to see your money back. You're not going to live 100 years. And from the time you invest, most investors start in their 20s. So you will have to get to 120 to get your money back. You're not going to make it, or even if you make it to 120, you're not going to remember what you invested in, or that company will go out of business. Now, you need to really think about what PE means and what it means to you. If you are a gambler, don't even think about it. Do what you're going to do. I couldn't advise you. If you are a gambler in the stock market, you are on your own. I can't help you. But what I can do, explain to you something that might put guideposts in for you not to lose everything. Because if you're a gambler, gamblers eventually lose everything. Eventually, the most famous gambler ever will eventually lose. He'll make a mistake. Think of what PE is and think about how you invest. Because the mean is 15. Right now, all stock markets are 25 plus PE. I mean, in 25 or more years, it's going to take you to get your money back. What can happen in those 25 years? For sure, 100%. In my opinion, from now to 25 years from now, or in some cases, some indices are 28, 32. But we will have in 25 years, in that period of time, not one, two, three, four market crashes, yeah, huge recessions, depressions, right, and hopefully nothing worse, yeah. So when you invest and you see a company and their PE ratio, understand that PE means the amount of years for you to get your money back. Okay? Thank you. God bless you and keep you safe. Bye-bye.